for downloading the 39th recording of ASMR Sleep Station. There might be some background noise, but hopefully that doesn't prevent you from getting relaxed or falling asleep. In case you don't know what this is or what's going on, these are recordings to make you relaxed and help you sleep. And I'm whispering on purpose, and I talk slower than normal. And I'm a normal, functioning person, but that's not really my purpose right now. What I'm trying to do is help you find peace and hopefully get rested enough to fall asleep. ASMR stands for Autonomic Sensory Meridian Response, and if you don't know what that is, then look it up. My take on it is that it's mostly audio and sometimes visual triggers that create a very unique reaction in a person where they experience a tingling sensation and feel very relaxed. I want to always be transparent and intentional about what I'm doing. This is not released at any regular interval. If you ever thought that it would be, then you're mistaken. I'm unorganized and chaotic, and I think most of the time recording these is not a priority. That's an honest statement. If it was, I think I would have something recorded every month, but that's not the case. So I think of the narrative that I tell myself, the story that somebody is late for an important meeting and they walk in the door and they look a person in the eye they've never met their potential employer and say that I don't make excuses and I don't enjoy lying. I'm late. So, I like that story. It always stuck with me. Although I have no schedule, I've always felt that I'm late. I feel a little bit of guilt, but I can't help that now. Despite that, despite my latency, I think about you all the time. I have a unusual and deep connection to strangers, and I feel more comfortable and more open with people that I've never met than I do with most of the people in my life. I don't want this recording to be heavy, so I'm going to cut it off there, but I don't even know what direction I was headed, but I'm just trying to be open and honest about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and how often I'm doing this. I'll do the feedback, and then I'll read something, and then I'll try to ramble after that. I think I completely skipped over the fact that a lot of people have been downloading and or subscribing to this, and I feel very thankful, but more than it pleases my ego, I'm hoping that it helps you fall asleep and you get relaxed. This is for you. This is not for me. Nothing about what I'm doing is really about me. I mentioned it before, but I think it's inevitable that in any intended outward show of contribution, giving, charity, or whatever you want to call it, there is an inherent selfishness and the pleasure of gratification in that. And I'm not beyond that. So, I do enjoy doing this because I really like the idea of helping people, but that's not my intent. There's no way to prove it, but that's not my motivation. You and you alone are my motivation. And as I've said before, if I can help one person find relaxation or help one person resolve sleep issues, then I think I've accomplished something. And I think that recording this is worth it. Which, by my count, it already is worth it. So with that said, I'll read feedback. And I thank everybody for downloading and subscribing wherever you do that. And I thank all the people that are leaving comments on YouTube and sending emails. I really appreciate that. The current count on iTunes ratings is 94. 70 of the 94 ratings are 5-star. The remaining ratings are 4, 3, 2, and 1, numbering 10, 7, 4, and 3, respectively. And I think there's been one feedback left since the last recording, and that is from I don't know if that's American or French, Jean, or maybe Jean Veldy or Veld. I apologize. This person on January 12th left a review entitled Great Whispering, 5 stars. And it reads, "This podcast usually puts me to sleep, but even when it doesn't, I come out happier and more relaxed. I could listen to this guy ramble for hours." Which I think is funny. You have no idea how much I want to laugh and express myself, but if I laughed right now, it would probably wake a lot of people up. Hopefully, the symphony of sleeping sounds in the background doesn't wake you up. Jean or Sean, thanks for leaving a review. And trust me, I probably could record this for hours, but it would just be a catastrophe in hosting, because the more time that I record, the lower the bitrate would be, and to me at least, I notice a decrease in quality, which, despite these insane background noises, I do care about. very sensitive microphone and record, I don't know, hours of reading something. But as it stands, I've already proven that it's a lot of effort just to record this at my own convenience without a studio. So I don't even know why I bother saying things like that. What I'm really trying to say is that I wish I could spend more time and effort on this, but I don't. So thanks for leaving that review. Almost near 100 feedback scores, which is kind of, I don't think I can really capture that in my mind. Like I said, I think of you all the time. I really do. I have a list of people that have written in, and I look at the reviews, and I see what people have responded with, and I keep you all in mind when I'm recording this, so it's very important to me, I guess. Wow, that sounds weird. So it does matter in an odd way that we're nearing 100 ratings. That's kind of an arbitrary number, since it's more a reflection of having a base 10 counting system than it being actually a significant number of people. And inevitably, most of the time this recording is heard, it will be before and mostly after that number of reviews. So it really doesn't matter. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm saying half the time, but I don't care, as long as it makes you tired. ASMR Sleep Station recording number 38 is at 125th place on the iTunes, I guess, episode ranking for alternative health podcasts, which I don't even know if this qualifies for, but either way, numbers are numbers. That's after the first week of January, and in the same category, the podcast itself is in position 31, which is pretty cool, since I like prime numbers. I don't think I care about the ranking, but the higher the number is, the more that I hope it's helping people. I have no hypnosis thing, but it really doesn't. I don't know. I would want a category more focused on, I don't know, relaxation. Health implies there's some kind of like medical or psychological or something element to this, and there's not. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm just a normal voice in your head, like all the other voices in your head. Except for that, I really want you to get tired and step away from your habits. And if you're still listening and you're not asleep, then try counting your breaths at each exhale. Try them in sets of 3. If your focus is high, you can probably count sets of 6 or maybe even higher. And after each set, you add a number, starting with 1. But I would imagine most people, if you count your breaths in sets of 3, you won't make it very far before you fall asleep. If you're really trying to. Hopefully you haven't had a lot of caffeine or been looking at lots of computer or TV or cell phone screens. But if you have, don't worry. I don't think that matters. There was a time, this is an anecdote, so I might break into some rambling before I read something, but there was a time when I was trying as hard as I could to stay up. And I had like a large Red Bull. I think that's like a strong cup of coffee, maybe more. And I ended up falling asleep within an hour of drinking it. So I wasn't acclimated to a lot of caffeine, but I don't think caffeine really affects your ability to get relaxed or fall asleep. Monks and imagination would say otherwise, but they're sensitive and intolerant. There was no other feedback or anything, so I'll pick up. I had to pause there for a second and get my bearings straight. I found a random Wikipedia article a long, long time ago, and I'll read that before I start getting way too rambly, which is what I do. When I record these things and or am intoxicated. Galactic Whirlwind Sauce Rager. Can't even pronounce it. But I have it here saved. It looks like from a while ago, sometime last year. And this is for a mecha genre TV show from Japan, and it's directed by Takao Yatsui, music by Joe, I think that's Hisashi. Sorry, my reading abilities are a little diminished. The studio is Kokusai Aigasha, and the network is TV Tokyo. It ran April 5th, 1983. To January 31st, 1984. With a total of 43 episodes. And I guess it's part of the anime and manga portal on Wikipedia. Galactic Whirlwind Sauce Rega. I don't think I'm gonna have any help pronouncing this, but we'll call it GWS for the remainder of this reading. It's an anime series that aired from 1983 to 1984 in Japan. There were 43 episodes aired. Other loosely translated names included Galactic Gale Saucebreaker, Galaxy Whirlwind Saucebreaker, and Wonder 6. It is a sequel to Pax Ringar and is a final member of the J9 series. So I'll read the section entitled original story. The year is 2911, and the solar system consists of 50 planets. Icy Blues, a gambler, makes a bet with the boss of a criminal syndicate known as Bloody God that is possible to navigate to all. Known as Bloody God that is possible to navigate to all 50 planets within the space of 1 year. Taking up the challenge of Icy Blues is the JJ9 team made of Rocky, Beat, and Birdie, who have purchased a super robot capable of transforming into a train from the space merchant D.D. Richmond. This robot is Sauce Rager. As Blade and the JJ9 team start the challenge, it becomes evident that the Bloody Syndicate will do anything to ensure the JJ9 team loses the bet. Sauce Rager will become the JJ9 team's best defense as they adventure across the stars. The original concept was adopted from the novel Around the World in 80 Days. The names have a noticeable Western influence. The anime was available in Indonesia in the form of VHS and Betamax with the title Wonder 6. The name referenced the 6 characters who were on the adventure. Toys. The Sauce Rager toy was released under the name Fast Track in the Converters toy line in the US. The director was Taikao Yotsuji. The digital directors Tabe Matsura, Hideki Takayama. Design Kazuo Komatsubara. I'll read the characters. And then I'll yeah, I think that'll be the last thing. Blues Coral Bernstein, whose nickname was Icy Blues, was voiced by Kazuyuki Sogabi, the leader of the JJ9 team, controlling Sasuraga, Rock and Luck, nickname Nukyuchi Rock, voiced by Kaneto Shiozawa. A marksman, was recruited by the Blues to control Sasuraga's weapon because of the typos done by Animator Japan. The character's name was occasionally written as Locke. Beat Mackenzie, nickname Otoboke Beat, voiced by Katsuji Mori. A lover of racing, he was assigned to be the pilot and occasionally doubled as mechanic. Birdie Shaw, nickname Moody Birdie, voiced by Yoko Asakami. famous novelist Vincent Shaw, Jimmy Kinjo, voiced by Yogu Shiova, the technician, Susie Chang, voiced by Masako Miura. Susie helped the kitchen, though she and Jimmy were a teenage couple who joined Susprega to look for a planet that permitted underage marriage. Oh, that's weird. Dee Rickman, voiced by Joji Yanami, being the original owner of the Susprega, he hoped Blues and his friends would make money for him. Inspector Organ, voiced by Kan Dokumaru, the police officer that relentlessly pursued the team, suspecting them to be bank robbers. The only other things in the article are the robots, which it looks like model names like TV83X Susprega, which is the J93 Go, Cosmo Shanker, and then there's Pretty One called Spiral Gyro, and then 2 and 3 V1C5 Bird Run. The merchandise, the toy was originally called Bad Train when released by Toku. Interestingly, the Bad Train stickers on the model could be removed to reveal Susprega stickers underneath. Well, that's kind of interesting. For video games, the robot have been featured in Super Robot Wars GC, along with Rhaegar and Bexingar. However, unlike its predecessors, none of the enemies from the anime appear in the game. That was a weird one. And I've read everything else in there. There was some stuff on forming memories, memory writing and fiction. I think I read that a long time ago. And then words and languages apart, or not apart, but specific to people of certain cultures. I'm getting so tired I can't even speak right. I hope it wears off on you. My eyes are shut right now, and I'm totally drifting away. And I don't think I can read anything else, but I really wanted to make an effort to record something, and this is as far as I go. Count your breaths. Try to be thankful for everything in our life. Or don't. I don't know. always so weird. I don't, I have some people's attention and I want to say something positive, but I don't want to form too many ideas of who I am and what I approve of and what I support. And honestly, I sound authoritative when really what I want, what I would hope for, is for people to think for themselves and move beyond their own feelings and ideas. Let go of everything that you hold on to, which usually includes ideas and definitions of what is of value and what is happiness to you. Your hold on those things will always be the foundation of what restrains you. So,